Okay, sorry, I'm having some trouble with my memory on my phone. I'm only able to get like 8 to 13 minute videos, and for a while it was only letting me do 20-second ones. I went back and deleted a bunch of my stuff, so hopefully it will give me better recording time. So I'm doing an exercise now. Please ignore my barn clothes. Gotta check, make sure I'm in the frame. Where I teach him how to settle. And I like to teach this in the training building first because when it's in my house is chaos. So low distractions first, and we'll gradually introduce distractions. And so pretty much what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ignore him, and he may get frustrated, and he may try climbing on me, he may try barking at me, off. He might try just wandering off. And what I'm looking for him to do is make a calm choice. So this exercise is known as called capturing calmness. And some breeds, like German Shepherds, Dobies, Australian Shepherds, they have a hard time just defaulting to relaxing. Good. So when I actually spend some time just training them how to be a calm indoor dog. And then once I've taught them that, they're gonna start to default to it more naturally. So if you've ever seen the dogs that just like go from one thing to another and never really seem to settle, this would be an exercise to combat that. Unfortunately, it's probably gonna be really boring watching because I'm literally just waiting for him. There's his nibbling. I'm literally just waiting for him to make a better choice. Good. And ideally, the choice would be to lay down. This will also help with getting down on verbal. So when he starts whining, I'm just looking away and letting him know that that's getting you further away from your goal. Yes! So if you've ever been to a cafe, and this video is probably going to cut out at some point. If you've ever been to a cafe and seen the dogs that just, their owner starts talking and the dogs just lay down and chill, there are some dogs who are that way, but I would say 99% of those dogs, people don't realize that's actually a trained behavior where they just, now my camera fell. It's actually a trained behavior where I have it on a like a hooked up tripod thing. Hopefully it stays. So stuff is gonna happen where they get up and go. I'm not asking them to stay or anything like that. I'm just like, if you're bored, let's choose to settle. Instead of barking, whining, any of those behaviors. So like when I bring him inside and my toddler's throwing his toys and running around like crazy, in the beginning, he's not gonna be able to settle. So I will use a leash around my waist. And when he does make a calm choice, then he'll get rewarded. And as he gets better and better, he'll be able to hold that choice, whether my son's throwing the ball or not. The other thing to keep in mind with this exercise is that in the very beginning, I'm gonna be marking him right away. But by the time he gets home, you're not gonna be marking and rewarding him right away. Otherwise, you will create a monster and they'll lay down and then be like, excuse me, I just laid down. So we've got to phase out the rewards pretty quick on this particular exercise to where maybe he's got to stay laying down for like 20 minutes before he gets rewarded. Yes. So the duration in between feeds is gonna vary also. So for some feeds, it's gonna be 20 seconds in between, other feeds it's gonna be 30, other feeds it might be 2 or 3 seconds in between. I don't wanna be perfectly consistent because then he has expectations of, it's been so long, when is my reward coming? But with this breed, you also don't wanna stretch it so long that you're pairing in frustration, because frustrated German Shepherds are noisy German Shepherds, and we don't want him pairing in whining with this relaxation cue. So if you've ever seen the German Shepherds that hold down stays but they whine or bark the whole time, they probably stretched out duration too long, and that duration became frustration, and they paired that emotion and that behavior in with their obedience, and we definitely don't want that. So we're stretching it just enough and to make it challenging, but not enough to make it hard and frustrating. So like I said, training's pretty boring in the beginning. Don't know if my camera timed out yet or not, but we're just gonna keep training. So like when he starts whining at me, I look away. So I'll probably stretch his next one, because he's done enough to where he's thinking, maybe if I lay down, something good will come out. You probably can't see from the way I'm sitting, but he was licking my bait bag. I've noticed he's conveniently laying down right next to my treat bag. So I want him to, that was very good, start defaulting to the down. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna lay down, because if he's laying down, if he learns how to make that choice of just being laying down, he's not gonna be a bother when you go to a friend's house. He's not gonna be a bother at the vet clinic. He's just gonna be a really enjoyable puppy to have in the house and to be around. You're not gonna be having to chase him around saying, leave it, leave it, leave it, because he's already gonna be working. This is a job to him. He's saying, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.